Hi everyone, Lee here at Extreme Car Audio and Boomerang. Something a bit different for you today. Most of you know us for our car audio work, but I'm sure what many people are not aware of, we also offer full vehicle customization services. Now this is the party van. It's essentially a mobile disco, fully outfitted with a custom bar. One of our best customers came to us, we'd done a couple of audio cars for him, and he said, could you put me a bar in my van? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. It's something I've done before in the UK, it's not really an issue. And the job morphed into a full customization of the vehicle. So I'll give you a rundown of how we went about this project. It's not finished at the moment, we still have a lot of finishing touches, trimming to do and stuff like that, but I thought I'd give you a sneak peek on what we're doing here. We started off with the walls of the van. Now when this van came to us, it was already partially ply-lined. This big panel behind me and the panels on the back of the door and the panels at the side were already ply-lined. But one of the problems you have putting a sound system into a van is the sheet metal is very, very thin and it's large panels. So when you put a sound system into a van, it vibrates and it resonates and it becomes pretty horrible to listen to. So the first thing we did was shell the back of the van out, and we soundproofed the walls, the roof, the doors. We did what we usually do with a high-end audio build, and we turned those into speaker boxes, MDF mounts for the speakers and the like, as you will have seen on our other video. Once we'd done that, we trimmed the entire van in black carpet. It's a very simple carpet. It's what we usually use for bass boxes. It's nothing too flashy. Now what that does is the soundproofing on the walls is taking away the low frequency resonance, and this is taking away some of the high frequency resonance. So a lot of the road noise is kept out of the vehicle, as much of the sound as possible is kept inside the vehicle, so you have good clarity and you also have that sort of nice luxury feel. We've added quite a thick pile carpet to the floor, so it feels much more like a limo or a house room in here now than it does the back of a commercial van. Once we got that sorted, we still had a couple of issues, because the doors on the van, you can ply-line the insides, but you're still left with all the trim round, and the problem with that is it's the same colour as the outside of the van, which contrasts quite a lot with the fabric. So we plasti-dipped those, so the rear doors and the side loading door are done in matte black plasti-dip, so that when everything's closed, it's jet black in here and it's all got the same concurrent colour scheme. Once we've done that, of course, doing everything in black did make it a little bit dark in here. Now we are putting some strobe lights in the four corners, but in the meantime we did the interior light with blue LEDs. It's not on at the moment because the side loading door's not on. We made two custom speaker boxes for the top to throw some sound into the back, and we used our base face coaxials for these, and these have a semi-transparent cone, so we were able to use a blue LED illumination behind those as well, just to throw some light into the back of the vehicle. We did blue LEDs down in the footwells at the front and also behind the grille. I'll be posting some pictures of those later on Facebook. Behind me here, we did an illuminated bar sign. This is in Perspex. We have capless chrome screw covers here, so you don't see any screw holes or anything like that. We've used the same on the top of the bar. And the sign itself, it's trimmed with white carbon fibre behind. So when we turn this off, it still looks really nice in the install, and when we turn it on, the white carbon fibre diffuses the light from the blue LEDs behind and gives some illumination into the van. Once we got the aesthetics sorted, then it was time to move on to the sound system. As I've already mentioned, we have the two coaxials up at the top here in the shelf to throw some sound into the back. We have another two in the doors, which have been built into into the speaker builds that we normally do. The stereo in the front is a high-end Pioneer. It's what we usually use in our high-end builds. We have Bluetooth music streaming, Bluetooth hands-free, USB, SD card, auxiliary input, direct iPod and iPhone control, all the tricks. And then it came to providing some bass for the vehicle, and this was a bit difficult. So what we did was we started off with Lanzar Opti sub, really high-end sub, and we're running about 1200 watts RMS into this, which is quite a lot of power. But a van is a big vehicle, so creating good bass in it requires a bit of a chunk of power. Now we didn't want all the audio build on show, so what we did, we removed this panel here, and inside the wall of the van we built an MDF rack, and the amplifiers are actually hidden behind this panel, so there's no cabling, no wiring or anything for the audio system on show anywhere. It's all tucked away and hidden behind this panel. We then built a 1-inch MDF custom box for the sub, tuned really low to give us some nice deep low bass for the vehicle, and then crossed over high on the stereo to cover the gap between the sub and the speakers. Once we'd finished the box and we tested it and we're happy with the sound, we then built this custom bar around the subwoofer. This is quite a challenge because obviously bass from the box could vibrate the bar, and also the driving motion could vibrate it as well. So once we built the box, which goes in a horizontal across here, I then built the bar around the box with a layer of soundproofing in between the subwoofer box and the actual bar. So although this looks like part of the subwoofer box, it's not. The subwoofer box actually finishes about here. There's a dead space inside with soundproofing and more of the black fabric, so that the glasses sit in here and they don't rattle or vibrate or move. And we have rubber shielding around them to stop them from moving side to side. We did the same with the floor on the van. We put a floor that was bigger than the base box and soundproofed that in between so it couldn't vibrate. And then we added mounts. We have an ice bucket here, we have 3 spirit bottles, and we have 8 glasses. And even when we run this on full volume, there is no vibration, no movement at all. Okay, if you left the ice bucket filled up and it melted, that might cause you a few issues, but the whole box has been sealed, watertight, everything varnished and waterproofed underneath the covering, so that even if, God forbid, you drop a bottle of vodka and you spill it all over the bar, it's not actually going to affect the sound system in any way at all. Underneath the ice bucket here, which removes, inside here we have a full storage compartment which we can use for soft drinks and mixers for the spirits. And again, you know, they can sit in place without rattling or moving around or anything else. It's been a really fun job, this, and one we've really enjoyed, and now we're coming towards the end of it. I'm kind of going to miss this van because it's great. You can take this out for a picnic, open the doors, you've got a full service bar, full sound system. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a really fun project to be working on. If you guys, you know, are working on your own custom projects and you need some ideas on how to get around things, or how to do things and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to come down to the shop and speak to us. We're really enthusiastic about custom projects and we'd love to hear what you guys are working on. I'll do another video when this is finished, when we've got the other spotlights in and a few other bits and pieces, but I hope for now we've just given you a bit of a rundown on what we're doing here. Thanks very much for all the guys at Extreme Team Malta, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.